boys. Hey! You're better than this kid. Hey! You're better than this kid, okay? Are you better than this kid?
Hell yeah, I am. This guy, he looks I said girl, me. Let's go, Dealer! On me. Let's go, D. You go 1-7. What, D? Here we go, Dealer! Come on, D, here we go!
Welcome to Spanish Fork 17 and our third day of our coverage here at the Desert Hills AHS Incorporated Open. Today's game is the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Again, we are down here in beautiful St. George, Utah on the campus of Desert Hills High School. And this game just getting underway here. It is Caden Dieter up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. It'll be Caden Dieter, Nathan Rowley, and J.C. Jones due up here for the Mustangs in inning number 1. Gonna watch that one in there for a ball. The count is 2-1 to Dieter.
Let's go, D!
Big swing, big cut there, but a miss by Dieter. Moves the count to 2-2. On the mound today for the Golden Eagles is Chase Johnston, the southpaw. Working on a 2-2 count here to Dieter. Dieter's going to foul that one away. Fastball up at the eyeballs, able to get a piece of that one and stay alive here at 2-2. Mountain Crest and Maple Mountain with pretty similar stories coming into this season. Both teams finishing second in their respective state playoffs last year. For Mountain Crest, that was finishing in second to Snow Canyon. For Maple Mountain, finishing second to Spanish Fork. Both were very senior heavy laden teams. So that one is going to miss and be a leadoff walk here for Caden Dieter to get things rolling for the Mustangs. For Mountain Crest, they had 3 first-team All-Staters in Dax Roundy, Braden Sheese, and Lance Welch that have all graduated. Put in a very solid, respectable senior seasons. Needing to replace that production this year. For Maple Mountain, it's replacing the production of Wally Averett on the mound, as that one is going to be low for a ball to Nathan Rowley. Johnston looks in. Here comes that 1-0 pitch. It's going to be fouled away. Count now moving to 1-1. Mountain Crest on the season struggling thus far. Not been able to hit their stride quite yet. Kind of looking at an 0-4 record as of right now. Sale throws sails away a little bit there by Thomas, so ends up going down as a stolen base there for Dieter. Now runner in scoring position here for Rowley. Count now 2-1. Mountain Crest losing the first of their 2 games here in the tournament down here in Desert Hills. Took a loss to Foothill in their first game, 11-3, and lost yesterday afternoon as well against Cedar. Same Cedar team that Maple Mountain lost to in the morning matchup. Mountain Crest will have a game later on here at 4:30 up against the host team Desert Hills. As that one is fouled away for Maple Mountain. It'll be the game immediately following this one. They will be playing the Foothill Falcons. Again, the Falcons making the trip from Henderson, Nevada to be out here at this tournament. So far it's been a pretty successful trip here for the Falcons, able to grab a win against this Mountain Crest team. They did end up losing in the nightcap of last night. They lost to Desert Hills. Again, in case if it wasn't abundantly clear, the Mountain Crest Mustangs are the team in orange and blue, very nice and loud jerseys. And then Maple Mountain in the white and maroon jerseys today. So it's a 2-2 count here to Nathan Rowley with Dieter over there at second base. He will watch that one in low, and the count is now full. Nathan Rowley playing third base today for the Mustangs. Dieter over there on second base is playing shortstop. So the heart of the infield leading things off here for the Mustangs. Snap a throw back over to second base. He does get back in time. Due up next here will be J.C. Jones for the Mustangs. Slugging first baseman for them. Johnston hoping he can find a put-away pitch here with this full count. And he is going to get it. Oh, it looks like Rowley thought that he had the walk. Instead, he gets rung up on strikes. Great pitch there, nice low in the zone by Johnston. It'll be his first strikeout of the ballgame. It'll be the first out of this ballgame. Again, brings up J.C. Jones, first baseman for Mountain Crest. While we have some time here, we've got Porter Budge coming up next, batting cleanup. Tate Rasmussen after him, Wyatt Albrecht, Porter Larson, Luke Palmer, and Jackie Bitten in the lineup today here for the Mustangs. That one grooved in there for a strike to J.C. Jones. Johnson snaps in a curveball that gets tapped by Jones. So the count now moving to 0-2 on the number 3 hitter in this Mustangs lineup. Again, Dieter still over there at second base in scoring position after the leadoff walk and able to swipe second base. So Johnston looking in. Gets his call, and here comes that 0-2 pitch. It's going to be in the dirt. It's going to be blocked by Thomas, and it goes shooting out into the infield, and Dieter able to take advantage. As, Thomas had no idea where that ball ended up going, and it just basically made a beeline straight at Johnston. Count is now 1-2 here to Jones. He's going to foul it away. So count will stay here at 1-2. Defensive alignment for Maple Mountain again. Chase Johnston pitching today with A.J. Thomas catching. It'll be Cooper Siemens at first base, Mike Bennett at second, Cooper Rollins at third, Corbin Bailey at short, Caleb Chandler in left, Jackson Hollingshouse in center, and Bennett Averett in right field as another foul ball is sprayed away there by J.C. Jones. The potential first run of the ballgame sitting over there 90 feet away in Caden Dieter. J.C. Jones still up to bat with one out here in the top of the first. Pitches in, and it is sent high into the sky out in right field. Averett looks like he's camped under it. He's going to get it. He'll make the throw home. The throw is indeed in time. What a great throw from right field by Bennett Averett to gun down Caden Dieter. That is going to be the end of the top of the first as J.C. Jones flies out to right field in an absolute dime of a throw by Bennett Averett to throw out Caden Dieter. Will end the top of the first. As we move on over to the bottom half of the first inning, gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17 that make these broadcasts possible. That is Lance Wilson State Farm, Two Jacks Pizza, MVP Sports, Clegg Auto, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Mikkel Thompson and Hunter Attorneys at Law. Hope everyone is enjoying the broadcast today, and that whether you're watching it on cable or on YouTube, that it's been a fun weekend of baseball for you, and we want to make sure that we want to get anyone and everyone that wants to see these watching them. So go tell your friends, go tell your family, go tell anybody that these games are available on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Make sure that they click that subscribe button and become a part of our Spanish Fork 17 family so they can get not only these live baseball games that we've got coming at you for today, but all the other great content that we have on our channel. So check it out on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. It is Riley Murdoch getting his warm-up pitches in here for the Mustangs. He'll be facing the top of the order for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. It'll be Mike Bennett, Jackson Hollingshouse, and Dax DeWitt. Been running with pretty much that same top of the lineup throughout most of this tournament. And they've done a fantastic job. The offense for the Golden Eagles has been pretty good so far in this tournament. Able to put up 6 runs on Thursday night and fell just a bit short yesterday against the Cedar Reds. That one a score of 6-5. So putting up a decent amount of runs, but just haven't been able to hold up just enough on the pitching at St. George, hoping for win number 1 here against the Mustangs. The Gold Games, so we'll see what they can do here to get another W on the record sheet for the season, as that one is in there for a strike to Mike Bennett. Gonna take that one upstairs for ball 1. And Riley Maddock on the bump today for the Mustangs. Mike Bennett playing second base today for the Golden Eagles. He's going to spray this one foul out over that first base fence. So the sun is starting to finally creep out behind the clouds here today. It's been a chilly morning as we were getting everything all set up here for the game, as that one is going to be popped up, but it will be beyond the reach of Tate Rasmussen. So count moves to 1-2. Just having to walk circles around the complex just to keep myself warm, as it was in the low 40s this morning. It is supposed to heat up here during this game, and by the end of our next game here this afternoon, as that thing is sent out into right field and the play is made, so that'll be out number 1. A line drive out to right field that is caught by Wyatt Albrecht for out number 1. Supposed to heat up to the 70s, which is a much nicer and pleasant temperature. Might be able to even ditch my jacket at that point. That'll be great. So that thing is fouled away by Jackson Hollingshouse. Hollingshouse has had a nice tournament down here in St. George for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. One of the few remaining standouts from last year's runner-up team. Was second on the team in RBIs last season. Kind of sitting in that same kind of run production spot in the 2 spot in the lineup. Count is now 1-1. We'll hold off on that one. A little high and tight moves the count now to 2-1. Dax DeWitt, the usual catcher for the Golden Eagles, DHing today on deck. Hollingshouse checks his swing there, but it ends up being a strike, so count now evens up here at 2-2. Two-2 pitch upcoming. It's going to be in the dirt and off the chest protector of Rasmussen. Count is now full to Hollingshouse. We'll check up on the standings for the Region 8 of 5A. Spanish Fork sitting at 3-1 on the season. Salem Hills 4-2. Springville 3-2. Golden Eagles here at 2-4 as that one is going to be grounded over to third base. And the play will be made. That's going to be 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. As Jackson Hollingshouse grounds out over to third base. Again, Maple Mountain at 2-4, Wasatch 1-3, and Provo 1-4. And this is the first of a doubleheader matchup today here for the Golden Eagles. The second one set to start at 11:30 against the Foothill Falcons. That one in there for a strike to Dax DeWitt. Next weekend we will be back down here for the Red Rock Classic that the Spanish Fork Dons will be a part of as Dax DeWitt sprays that one out into shallow left field for a base hit. Dax DeWitt, another one of the Golden Eagles that is having a fantastic tournament at the plate. Had a 3-run home run in Thursday night's game against Desert Hills, and the hits keep on coming for the slugging designated hitter of the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles as he gets a 2-out single. It brings up cleanup hitter Bennett Averett. Maddock looks in, gives first pitch. It's going to be just a tick high. So count 1-0 to Averett. Mustangs hailing from Region 11 of 4A. Same region as Bear River, Green Canyon, Ridgeline, Skyview, and Logan. That one in the dirt. And DeWitt is going to make his way on over to second base as the baseball ends up squirting away there from Rasmussen. So DeWitt now in scoring position, and the count 2-0 to Bennett Averett. Bear River on the season sitting at 5-1, Green Canyon 4-2, Ridgeline 1-2. Skyview and Logan also winless on the season. Skyview 0-6 and Logan 0-3. Averett gets underneath that one and sends it out to shallow center. And it's going to land right in the middle of no man's land in between everybody, and that is going to score Dax DeWitt. And the first run of the ball game belongs to the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles on the bloop single by Bennett Averett that lands right in between the left fielder, center fielder, and shortstop. Kind of one of those frustrating ones if you're the other team, but for the Golden Eagles, it's a little bit of lady luck as the bloop single drops in for Bennett Averett, and your score now 1-0 Maple Mountain over Mountain Crest. That brings up number 5 hitter Cooper Rollins for Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles third baseman. Mack with the pitch just a bit high. So count is 1-0 to Rollins. Again, Maple Mountain and Mountain Crest, both teams that had some big production from seniors last year. You could almost say that this year for both teams is a bit of a reload season. But you never want to hear that as a team, and so you just hope that you've got guys that are ready and willing to step into bigger roles, as that one is fouled away there by Cooper Rollins. Moves the count to 1-1. And Hollingshouse, the main holdover in the Maple Mountain lineup. For Mountain Crest, it's Nathan Rowley, who was a second-team All-Stater last year, as this thing is sent out to right field, and it will be caught. Line drive shot out there to right field by Cooper Rollins, corralled in. That will be the end of inning number 1 with a score of 1-0. An RBI single by Bennett Averett, putting the Golden Eagles over the Mustangs. We'll get you the second inning when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport: paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. Some early morning baseball for you. It's the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Mountain Crest Mustangs as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open in sunny St. George, Utah, again on the campus of Desert Hills High School. They've been gracious hosts. It's really been a fun weekend here as part of this tournament. And as we see Johnston getting warmed up, a solid first inning for the Golden Eagles southpaw. Had a strikeout and did allow a walk as well, but got a fantastic throw from Bennett Averett to gun down Caden Dieter at home to end the top half of the first. We'll see what's in store here for them in the top half of the second. 4, 5, and 6 due up here for the Mustangs. Porter Budge, Tate Rasmussen, and Wyatt Albrecht due up here for Mountain Crest. First pitch is slapped over to first base. Little shovel throw. Man, that was pretty bang over there at first base. They do say that Budge was thrown out. So it'll be a ground out for the first out of the inning for the Mustangs, as Chase Johnston looks to continue his strong start here for the Golden Eagles. Up now the catcher for the Mustangs, Tate Rasmussen. That one in there for a strike. Good, strong pitch there to start things off by Chase Johnston. That one definitely high. Count evens up here at 1-1. And the scoreboard currently indicates that Mountain Crest is up 1. That is the reverse of what's going on. Maple Mountain currently with the lead at 1-0. As the count now moves to 1-2. Slow dribbler over to Johnston. Oh, just not able to glove it, and that is going to be an unfortunate break there for the Golden Eagles, as Johnston thinking probably a little too much about the throw over and unable to fully get the glove on that one. So that will go down as an error on Johnston. And bring up the left-handed hitting Wade Albrecht for the Mustangs. So runner on first with one out here in the top half of the second inning. Nice little move there by Johnston, but kind of threw the ball a little bit low in the ground. So Seaman's not able to field that one cleanly. Decent pickoff move, though. Ooh, that was close. He's got a nice move over there to first base. Does a good job of getting a good knee range, but not making the move towards the plate. That would be considered a balk, as he does another one. Been seeing this a lot from the Golden Eagles. They have thrown a lot of pickoff moves here in this tournament. It seems like a point of emphasis maybe with the pitchers to keep the run game in check. Big swing and miss there from Albrecht for strike one. Porter Larson due up next here, the designated hitter for the Mustangs. Johnston on the 0-1 pitch gets Albrecht to foul it away. So in a hole here early, 0-2 is Albrecht. Looks like the sun is not going to play as much of a factor today. It was a big factor in Maple Mountain's last game against the Cedar Reds. Were the beneficiary of a couple of would have been catches out in right field that ended up getting dropped just because the sun was so blaring that really just couldn't see anything out there. Not so much the case today, as there is plenty of cloud coverage. Oh, able to get Albrecht to swing it one low. Definitely fools him up there for strike three. Second strikeout of the ball game here for Chase Johnston, and second out here in the top of the second. Brings up Porter Larson. So Rasmussen at first base after the error on Johnston. That one in there for a strike. Johnston just in there confidently throwing strikes for the Golden Eagles. Has done a great job of establishing the strike zone early with that first pitch strike in many of these at-bats. Oh, ends up falling up. They do eventually make the throw over to second, but it's errant as it goes out into the outfield. Thomas struggling a little bit with these throws over to second base, as looked like they had Rasmussen dead, literally in the dirt, as he tripped up as he was heading over to second base. But Thomas thinking maybe just a little too much about it and made the throw late and then ended up sailing out into center field. So now you've got the tying runner right there, 90 feet away. Mountain Crest threatening here with the count 0-2 to Porter Larson. That one definitely high, so count moves to 1-2. So a couple errors here by the Golden Eagles could potentially cost them here if Johnston isn't able to. If he isn't able to put Larson away, which he is able to put in a good pitch there that Larson spoils. Fouls it off. Count still 1-2. Again, 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Golden Eagles with the 1-run lead over the Mustangs in this early morning matchup here at Desert Hills. Just a little bit high, so count evening up here at 2-2. Johnston's 2-2 pitch upcoming. And it's in there for strike 3. Another strong inning here for Chase Johnston. 3 strikeouts on the ball game for the Maple Mountain Southpaw. And no runs across yet for the Mountain Crest Mustangs, so the score still sitting at 1-0 as we head on over to the bottom half of the second inning. Gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That is Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter, Attorneys at Law, Clegg Auto, and 2 Jacks Pizza. And again, we want to remind you that this is the first of 2 games here as the last day of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open, which you can view, of course, on our YouTube page. But here is a graphic for you just saying that we are going to be playing the Foothill Falcons next. That game set to start at 11:30 a.m. So don't go anywhere after this game against the Mustangs. Just go ahead and make yourself a quick lunch and keep the stream going, and we'll get you live when we start that game up against the Falcons again. That game slated to start at 11:30 a.m. this morning. As Riley Maddock gets his warm-up pitches in here for inning number 2. Fairly solid start for him as well. Just the bloop single there by Bennett Averett. And that's one where, again, as I mentioned, even when it was happening, just a bit of lady luck there as it just kind of drops right in no man's land between the shortstop, the center fielder, and the left fielder. Certainly wasn't a bad pitch either. So that one is going to be high. This count is 1-0 to Cooper Siemens. He's going to even up the count there, though, with that pitch. It'll be Siemens, Bailey. Oh, my apologies. It'll be Bailey, then Siemens. And then Chandler due up here for the Golden Eagles. They are going to get all the way over to the fence, but hustling on over there. J.C. Jones. So count is 1-2 to Corbin Bailey. Playing short today for the Golden Eagles. Hitting 6th in the lineup. 1-2 pitch upcoming. It'll be in the dirt. So count evens up here at 2-2 to Corbin Bailey. An RBI single by Bennett Averett, the difference in this game so far. Another low one as the count is now full to Bailey. Nice job to be patient. Gets his way on over to first base. So a lead-off walk here to start things off in the bottom half of the second inning for the Golden Eagles. So now Corbin Bailey over there at first base and brings up Cooper Siemens, first baseman. So another opportunity potentially looming here for the Golden Eagles to get themselves on the scoreboard once again. Good pitch there, though, by Riley Maddock. Gets a first pitch strike there to Cooper Siemens. Going with the off-speed pitch there to start things off in this at-bat. Little snap throw. They will say that he is safe. Getting that jersey nice and dirty is Corbin Bailey. That one pretty close. I think it was a good pickoff move there by Riley Maddock. 0-1 pitch here. It's going to be over the head of the shortstop into shallow left for a base hit here for the Golden Eagles. So 2 batters up and 2 batters on here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Golden Eagles, as it'll be a single there by Cooper Siemens, moving Bailey on over to second base. Brings up Caleb Chandler, the left fielder for Maple Mountain. Chandler, another one that's had a pretty good tournament down here in St. George, has really impressed me with his bunting ability. Has 3 bunt singles. I don't know if I should say that loudly. Mountain Crest contingent might hear me, and that's exactly what he tries doing, is he tries to lay down another bunt there. Ends up fouling it away for strike one. Has really been deadly with his bunts, just places them perfectly right down that third base line. So count 0-1 to Chandler with runners on first and second. RBI opportunity here for the Golden Eagles in inning number 2. He does indeed lay down that bunt, and it is another dandy right down that third base line. My goodness. Caleb Chandler has put on an absolute just clinic on how to get on base with the bunt in this tournament. That is his fourth bunt single. I'm without words. Like, it's just a part of the game that just doesn't get used anymore. And if you don't know it's coming, like, you're playing back as a third baseman, there's really just not much you can do about it. So now the bases are loaded here for number 9 hitter A.J. Thomas on catching duty today for the Golden Eagles. He's going to make some solid contact. It will be caught out there in center field. They will send the runner. He will be down, and they will say he's out. That is an excellent throw out there by Porter Budge, as he guns down Corbin Bailey over there. Siemens will make his way over to third base, and Chandler at second base. So still 2 runners in scoring position, but that one definitely hurts as Corbin Bailey is thrown out at home. So it'll now be 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. It does bring up the top of the order. Back up, Mike Bennett. 0 for 1 in this ball game. Hit a line drive out to right field in at-bat number 1. But big RBI opportunity here for the leadoff man in the Golden Eagles lineup. He will watch that one in there for a strike. Again, Chandler at second, Siemens at third. That one snaps in there for a strike. Just gets that upper part of the strike zone. Bennett needing a nice 2-strike approach here. Hoping to extend this Maple Mountain lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Gets a piece of it and stays alive. Again, count 1 and 2 here to Mike Bennett. Jackson Hollingshouse waiting on deck. Should Mike Bennett be able to find his way on base.
Hey, great job, Riley. Here you go. Let's go defense. Here you go, boys.
Feels like a pretty big spot here for the Golden Eagles. A base hit, potentially scoring 2 runs here and making it a 3-0 advantage early would be really big for these Golden Eagles. Again, looking for their first win down here at the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open. Bennett able to fight that one off his fists. Fouls it away. And they've had some big hits here in this tournament, the biggest of them being Dax DeWitt's 3-run home run against Desert Hills. But this one would be big in terms of its implications, as it really would just kind of open up this game here for the Golden Eagles and give them a little bit of separation early. Bennett looking for a pitch that he can drive on this 2-2 count. Once again, able to get a piece and stay alive here. As you can see, it is still a little bit chilly down here this morning. Got people with blankets draped all over them. Everyone kind of all bundled up. It will definitely heat up, though, as the day goes on, and hopefully for the Golden Eagles, their offense will continue to heat up here as the count is now full to Mike Bennett. And this is a big spot here now. He's able to send this one out to right field. Looks like it'll be an easy play out there.
Let's go.
The catch will be made by Wyatt Albrecht, and Maddock will get his way out of that one, leaving runners on second and third. The score still 1-0 after 2. Golden Eagles over the Mustangs. We'll get you inning 3 when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning 3 of the morning matchup here between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Mountain Crest Mustangs, all part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open in St. George, Utah. Again, we're on the campus of Desert Hills High School. The Thunder putting on a great tournament down here so far. It's been a fun one here for the Golden Eagles. Unfortunately, that has not reflected on the record books just yet, as both games that they've played so far have been losses. A loss to host Desert Hills on Thursday night, and another loss yesterday to the Cedar Reds, hoping for win number 1 here and trending in that direction as the score is 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. As it has been Chase Johnston pitching a good one here so far for the Golden Eagles. He will get strike 1 on Luke Palmer. Palmer, Bitten, and Dieter due up here for the Mustangs. Big swing, big miss there by Palmer, so 0-2 now to the Mustangs' second baseman. Johnston really been in command in this ball game, has allowed just the 1 walk to Caden Dieter. Has still not allowed a hit thus far, as that one is fouled away there by Palmer. Has 3 strikeouts in the ball game as well. Only been 2 runners on, as Tate Rasmussen was on in the second inning on an error by Johnston, not able to field the ground ball cleanly. That one snaps in there for strike 3. It's been 3 straight strikeouts now of the Mustangs. Albrecht, Larson, and Palmer all going down on strikes, as Johnston has looked, as I said, just absolutely in control so far in this ball game through 2 1/3. Making good work of this Mustangs lineup. It'll be Jackie Bitten, number 9 hitter. This one slapped out into shallow right. Play is going to be made over there by the second baseman, Bennett. 2 quick outs here in the top half of the 3rd. As Johnston has gone through the Mustangs lineup with just the 1 walk. That walk being given to the batter currently up, Caden Dieter. That one is going to just miss for ball 1. I'm not quite sure where it missed, but it missed. Count is 1-0 here to Caden Dieter. That one does snap in there and evens up the count at 1-1. Dieter with the leadoff walk in the top half of the 1st inning. Also ended up stealing second base. Got to 3rd on a wild pitch and then was thrown out at home by just an absolute dart by Bennett Averett out in right field. And trending in another direction there with the count 2-1. Spikes this one into the dirt. Good hitters count here for Caden Dieter at 3-1. Good patient approach from the leadoff hitter of the Mustangs. Again, taking the walk in inning number 1 and potentially taking the walk here in inning number 3. See if Johnston can find the strike zone here with that 3-1 pitch, and he does just that, so the count is now full to Dieter. Nathan Rowley waiting on deck. 3-2 delivery coming here from Johnston. This thing's going to be slapped out into shallow right. Bennett's going to make another play, and that's going to be the end of the top of the third. 1-2-3 go the Mustangs. It's been cruise control here so far for Chase Johnson and the Golden Eagles. Score 1-0 as we head on over to the bottom half of the third inning. Gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17 that make these broadcasts possible. That is Two Jacks Pizza, Clegg Auto, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter, Attorneys at Law, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MVP Sports, and Lance Wilson State Farm. Again, we'd like to remind you that all of our games here as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open are on our YouTube page, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Make sure to get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors all watching today's broadcast, as well as our broadcast coming up here later this morning against the Foothill Falcons. Again, all of our content on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. A reminder again that we'll be playing the Foothill Falcons today, the last game of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open for the Golden Eagles. That game set to start at 11:30. Basically, it will be just right after this ball game that we have right here. There will be a little break in between both games. Gives you time to make yourself a sandwich, whatever you want to do for lunch, and then hop back on to your TV or your laptop or your whatever your streaming device be, and watch that last game of the tournament with us against the Foothill Falcons. Big swing and miss there by Jackson Hollingshouse to start things off here in inning number 3. It'll be Hollingshouse, DeWitt, and Averett due up for the Golden Eagles, 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Now one is going to miss and evens up the count at 1-1. Hollingshouse gives a wave at that one as well, and it's going to be a swing and miss. Count moves to 1-2. Swinging on top of these lower pitches by Maddock. So again, score 1-0 here in the bottom half of the third inning. 1-run advantage here for the Golden Eagles. Hollingshouse able to get a solid piece of that one, but he sends it foul up and over the batting cages on the home side of the field. Now Hollingshouse digging back in here with the count 1-2. He's going to check his swing there, and it'll be just a little bit outside, so evening up the count here at 2-2. Holds off again. This one going to be a bit low, and count now full here to the Golden Eagles center fielder. Worked it full in his last appearance as well. This one he fouls away. Able to get a piece of that high fastball. Hollingshouse, DeWitt, and Averett here in the third inning. 2, 3, and 4 in the Golden Eagles lineup. Good time here to extend this lead. Oh, absolute blast out to left field. Giving chase is the left fielder, but you can kiss that ball goodbye as it heads on over the fence. Jackson Hollingshouse with a leadoff home run here to start things off in the bottom half of the third inning. Absolute blast by Jackson Hollingshouse. Second home run of this tournament for the Golden Eagles. Dax DeWitt hitting one 2 nights ago against the Desert Hills Thunder. Nice way to start things off here in the third inning for the Golden Eagles. Home run by Jackson Hollingshouse. Score now 2-0 in favor of the Golden Eagles. And speaking of Dax DeWitt, he is the batter now digging in here for Maple Mountain. That one going to be in the dirt. Count is now 1-0. And nice job there by Hollingshouse, able to just get his hands nice through the zone. Took that pitch up and just kind of didn't need to angle it too much or anything. There's always the talk about hitting angles and all that, StatCast stuff. Sometimes you just put a good swing on it and it goes a long way, and that's what happened there with Hollingshouse. As that was a wave there by DeWitt as the count now moves to 2-1. Ooh, takes a swing at that one and misses for a potential strike 3, and there completes the play. Dax DeWitt will go down on strikes, swinging at just a nasty pitch there by Riley Maddock. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Brings up cleanup hitter Bennett Averett. Has the other RBI in this ball game, a bloop single out there into shallow center, finding no man's land. First pitch is going to be a curveball that snaps out of the strike zone, so count 1-0 to Averett. Cooper Rollins due up next here for the Golden Eagles. Averett gets underneath that one. That one way up in the sky. Averett sent that thing about a mile high as the play is made over there at third base by Rowley. So 2 quick outs after that solo home run by Hollingshouse to start things off in the bottom of the 3rd, and it will be Cooper Rollins digging in now for the Golden Eagles. Hit a sharp liner out to right field in his first at bat. This time it's a sharp ground ball over to shortstop, and that'll be the end of the inning, but not before Jackson Hollingshouse put an exclamation point on inning number 3 with a solo blast to start things off. So the score now 2-0 for Maple Mountain over Mountain Crest. We'll get you the 4th inning when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning number 4 of this morning matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Mountain Crest Mustangs as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. Score is 2-0. A bloop single by Bennett Averett in inning number 1 and a solo home run by Jackson Hollingshouse in inning number 3. The scores in this ball game, and it's been a dandy on the mound here thus far for Chase Johnston as he's worked through this Mustangs lineup pretty cleanly. Just a walk so far in this ball game given to Caden Dieter in inning number 1. Has, after that, been just sensational. The only base runner other than that being Tate Rasmussen getting on an error. Currently sitting with 4 strikeouts as well so far in this ball game. So hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Mustangs due up here in inning number 4. Rowley, Jones, and Budge. Big swing and a miss there by Rowley for strike 1. Rowley, a strikeout victim in his last at-bat, went down looking on strikes in inning number 1. Is Johnston with yet another first pitch strike. This one a little slap shot down there to first base. Siemens will try to make his way on over, and they are going to say that Rowley is safe. It'll be an infield single for Nathan Rowley, the first hit of the ball game for the Mustangs, able to leg that one out and just beat Siemens. So J.C. Jones now up for the Mustangs, playing first base. 0 for 1 in this ballgame, flew out to right in at bat number 1. So Rowley over at first base after the leadoff single here in the top of the 4th inning. Johnston will throw that one in there, and it will just miss. Count 1-0. And we'll see how many times Johnston ends up throwing over to first base. Does have a really good pickoff move, though. I do like his leg kick. This thing slapped foul there by Jones. So count evens up here at 1-1. So as you see, the Maple Mountain players looking for that home run ball by Hollingshouse. It landed somewhere amongst those rocks out there in left field. Oh, there's that pickoff move, and it is going to lead to a pickle here as they try to run him down. They do eventually get to him. Nice job there by the shortstop Bailey to run down Nathan Rowley. So he'll be thrown out over there at first base for out number 1 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Big cut there from the slugging first baseman, but he will miss for strike 2. So count now moves to 1-2. Again, Mountain Crest looking for their first win of the season. As mentioned, they were the runner-up in last year's 4A state tournament here in Utah. We'll take another swing and a miss there. So strikeout number 5 on the ball game here for Chase Johnston. Looking very solid on the mound here for the Golden Eagles in 3 2/3 innings. Again, just the 1 hit allowed there by Nathan Rowley and the walk given to Dieter in the first. Otherwise, a pretty clean ball game here for the Golden Eagles southpaw. That one is going to miss low to Porter Budge. Count 1-0. Budge 0 for 1 in the ball game, grounded out to first in his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Johnston with the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be sent right up the middle for the 2nd hit of the ball game here for the Mustangs. A 2-out single in the top of the 4th by Porter Budge. As it looks like on this second trip through the lineup that the Mustangs are seeing the ball a little bit better out of Johnston's hand. See what Tate Rasmussen has in store here for the Mustangs. Was able to reach on an error by Johnston in the 2nd inning. Now has Porter Budge over there at first base. He's going to slap this thing out into shallow center field, shallow right. Bennett Averett will make his way on over there and make the play, and that will be the end of the top of the 4th. Little bit of a threat there. First time that Johnston's had multiple guys on base in the same inning. Able to get Rowley thrown out over at first, and Budge will be left over there at first base as the score is 2-0 after the top of the 4th. Gives us an opportunity here as we head on over to the bottom half of the inning to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That is 2 Jacks Pizza, Lance Wilson, State Farm, MVP Sports, Clegg Auto, Mikkel Thompson Hunter Attorneys at Law, and Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. A low-scoring affair here on Spanish Fork 17. Just the 2 runs so far through 3.5 innings. An RBI single by Bennett Averett and a solo home run in the 3rd inning by Jackson Hollingshouse. It's been a really, really great ball game on the mound for Chase Johnston. Just 2 hits and a walk allowed so far. No runs, 5 strikeouts on the ball game for the Golden Eagles southpaw. And a steady game here for Riley Maddock as well, having gone through 3 innings and allowing just the 2 runs. So definitely keeping the Mustangs in this ball game. Both teams looking for their first win here at the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. And both teams will have another game today. For the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, that will be the game immediately following this one against the Foothill Falcons. So we were very excited to be able to get you that here on Spanish Fork 17 when that one goes live. There's the graphic to remind you that that game is up and coming. Did get to see a little bit of the Falcons yesterday, right after our ball game against the Cedar Reds. They played this same Mustangs team and ended up getting the victory in that one. It'll be a fun ball game. Foothill coming from Henderson, Nevada, so a bit of a trip to be out here in St. George, as the count is 0-1 to Corbin Bailey. He's going to spray this one foul, a little cue shot that then squirts its way into the Mustangs dugout. The count is 0-2. Count now 1-2. That one in the dirt. So evening up the count here at 2-2. Bailey Siemens and Caleb Chandler due up here in the fourth inning for the Golden Eagles. Bailey will squirt this one just foul, as it just kind of has that spin that spins it the wrong direction and ends up going foul. So count still 2-2 to the Golden Eagles shortstop. And he swings at that high cheese for strike 3. So second strikeout of the ball game. It's Cooper Siemens now up for the Golden Eagles. Had a single in his first at bat. He's going to pop this one foul behind the backstop. So it'll be an 0-1 count to the Golden Eagles first baseman. Caleb Chandler due up next, the bunting sensation of the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Maddock looking in on this 0-1 pitch. Fouled away once again by Siemens. Maddock able to get well ahead of Siemens here with an 0-2 count here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, score 2-0 here. Golden Eagles over the Mustangs thus far. Maple Mountain hoping to get win number 1 here in the tournament and stop a 4-game losing streak on the season. He's going to spray this one out into shallow center, and that is going to be another base hit here for Cooper Siemens. 2 for 2 now in the ball game. Starting things off here in the fourth inning with a leadoff single. Able to reach out for that outside pitch and gets enough bat on it to send it out to center field. And it brings up Caleb Chandler for the Golden Eagles. And had a bunt single in his first at bat. Do you see that the third baseman is cheating in a little bit more now on Chandler? He is going to show bunt once again. This one going to be tapped a little bit harder. They do get the runner to advance over to second base, though, so a quality at bat there by Caleb Chandler as he lays down the bunt to move Siemens over. It'll now be A.J. Thomas digging in for the Golden Eagles. The Maple Mountain catcher is 0 for 1 in this ballgame. He flew out to center in his first at bat, and as part of that, Corbin Bailey got thrown out at home on a great throw by Porter Budge. That one is going to be low for ball 1 to Thomas. So 1-0 pitch upcoming here to A.J. Thomas with Cooper Siemens at second base in scoring position. It's going to be in the dirt and is going to be in front of Rasmussen, is able to run it down and keep Siemens over there at second base. Count does move to 2-0 on A.J. Thomas. That one is in there for a strike. Great pitch there by Maddock. Trying to work his way back into this count at 2-1. Thomas with the runner in scoring position here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 2 outs. 2-1 count. Kind of a interesting pickoff move there by Maddock. Almost kind of does a, just a over the off shoulder move. That one is in there for strike 2. So 2-2 count now to A.J. Thomas. Hoping to cash in the runner in scoring position and extend this Maple Mountain lead. Got a solo home run in the last inning by Jackson Hollingshouse. And that RBI single by Bennett Averett in inning number 1. Would love to give themselves more of a cushion here. Help out Chase Johnston, who has been sensational in this ball game. And here comes that 2-2 pitch. And he's able to send it right up the middle for a base hit. And it's going to be past the glove of the center fielder. So Thomas on his horse getting over to second base, and he will be in there. So RBI hit there for A.J. Thomas, and he gets his way on over to second base as it squirts underneath the glove of Porter Budge. Cooper Siemens will come in to score, and your score now 3-0 for the Golden Eagles over the Mustangs on the RBI hit there by A.J. Thomas. Able to advance to second base on the error there by Budge. Oh, and this is a rocket out into the gap, and it is going to be down for yet another base hit here for the Golden Eagles. Extra bases for Mike Bennett. He is on his horse and heading on over to third base. The throw is there, but he will be safe, sliding in. An RBI triple for Mike Bennett to keep things rolling here in the fourth inning for the Golden Eagles. The offense has awoken, as now 2 runs have come across here in the fourth inning. RBI triple for Mike Bennett, scoring A.J. Thomas, who just had an RBI single. Score now 4-0 Maple Mountain over Mountain Crest, and bringing up Jackson Hollingshouse, who just sent one deep in his last at-bat in the third inning, a rocket out to left field. He's got a runner 90 feet away. He is going to hold up on that one, and the count moves to 1-0. Hollingshouse 1-2 on the day, grounded out to third in his first at-bat. This one's going to be off his shin guard and fouled. So evening up the count at 1-1. So Riley Maddock through 3 2/3 has now allowed 4 runs in this ball game. Hoping to limit the damage here, get Hollingshouse out, and keep his team squarely in this ball game. Count is 2-1 as that curveball just barely misses the strike zone. Hollingshouse will once again check his swing and gets himself into a nice count here at 3-1. Maddock clearly nibbling at the edges of the strike zone, not wanting to give Hollingshouse anything too good to hit. He will take that one, and the count now moves to full, which has been the calling card for him in this particular ball game. All 3 of his at-bats have gone to a full count in this game. Yep, a little bit of a hitch there. That is indeed a balk. I thought that might be the call, as Maddock on his delivery ended up picking up his leg and kind of stuttering there in the middle of it, and still making enough of a forward motion that that will bring in Mike Bennett from third base. The count will stay full here at Hollingshouse, but the score will move to 5-0. Oh, another blast for Hollingshouse. This one deep out to center field. It will be right at the warning track, and it will be caught by Porter Budge. Hits it to the deepest part of the field. 3 runs coming across in the bottom of the 4th for Maple Mountain. Your score now 5-0 as we head on over to inning 5, which we will get to when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning 5 of this matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Mountain Crest Mustangs as part of the Desert Hills Atros Incorporated Open down here in St. George, Utah. Again, we're on the campus of Desert Hills High School. It's been a great game here if you're a Golden Eagles fan. The score 5-0. Chase Johnston still on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, has pitched a dandy for Maple Mountain. Through 4 innings, has 5 strikeouts, has allowed 2 hits and a walk. Has just been excellent for Maple Mountain, who is definitely missing last year's ace, Wally Averett, who was just sensational for them on the mound and really need someone to kind of step into those shoes. And it's looking like Chase Johnston might be able to do just that this season as he gets that one in there for strike 1 to Wyatt Albrecht. It'll be Albrecht, Larson, and Palmer due up here in the top of the 5th inning for the Mustangs. He's going to blast this one out to right field. Averett will track it down and make the play for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. So a little lazy can of corn out there in right field by Wyatt Albrecht will bring up Porter Larson, designated hitter for the Mustangs. 0 for 1 in this ball game, struck out in his first at bat against Johnston. You'll watch that one up at high helmet level for ball 1. So 3 runs coming across in the bottom half of the 4th inning for Maple Mountain to really extend their lead. Big swing and miss there from Larson to even up the count at 1-1. Able to get RBI hits from A.J. Thomas and Mike Bennett, and then Bennett able to score on a balk by Riley Maddock. And then Jackson Hollingshouse flying out to the deepest part of center field, just missing a second home run. Had one earlier in the ballgame in the 3rd. Johnston will miss low in the zone. So count is 3-1 to Porter Larson. Then 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And he's going to take a walk, only the 2nd walk issued in this ball game by Chase Johnston. Has really been in control of the strike zone for the most part in this one. Did give up the first batter in the game. Caden Dieter took a leadoff walk, but otherwise this is the first one other than that. It really has just been a very strike-throwing game so far in this one for Chase Johnston. See what happens here with Luke Palmer at the plate. This one is in the dirt. So ball one to Palmer, another strikeout victim in his last at bat. Struck out looking in the third inning. So 1-0. Little pickoff move over there at first base to keep Larson close. Have noticed in this ballgame that there hasn't been quite as much worry about runners on base. Not that there's been a lot of them. So 1-0. Another one that's going to be just a bit low. So count moves now to 2-0 to the Mustangs' second baseman. Jackie Bitten due up next here, number 9 hitter for the Mustangs. And then we'll get back to the top of the order in Caden Dieter. So 2-0 pitch here coming to Luke Palmer. And that one is in there for a strike. So a 1-out walk to Porter Larson. Sitting over there at first base, and Luke Palmer up. Another throw on over to first base. We'll be safe. Mountain Crest certainly feeling the effects of a very senior-heavy team last year, as that one is fouled away by Luke Palmer. Again, a very successful season for the Mustangs last year. The 4A state runner-up here in the state of Utah, losing in that finals championship round to Snow Canyon, who's a rival of the host Desert Hills Thunder team. Oh, what a beautiful pitch there by Chase Johnston. Absolutely freezes Luke Palmer for strikeout number 6 in this ball game, and the second out of the 5th inning brings up Jackie Bitten for his second at bat. Popped up to the second baseman in his first at bat in the 3rd inning. Again, last year's Mountain Crest team produced some of the best players in all of the state of Utah, Braden Sheese being one of those. An 8-2 record, 1.68 ERA, and was pretty good with the bat too, with the 322 average and 20 RBIs, and certainly also missing Dax Roundy, their senior first baseman from last year, batted .475. Yeah, that's pretty nutso right there, .475. Along with 25 RBIs and 27 runs on the season. So definitely some big bats and some big arms that they are missing. Lance Welch being another one of those, an 8-2 record, just over 2 ERA and 66 strikeouts. That one is going to be low there to Bitten. Count evens up here at 1-1. They do have a second-team All-Stater in Nathan Rowley that has returned to them this year, senior on their squad. Certainly the leader for them and batting in that second spot in the lineup. So 1-1 pitch. Swinging at some high cheese there. Count moves to 1-2. Maple Mountain, not as many first-teamers. They do miss Wally Averett, who we mentioned. 1.63 ERA, 75 strikeouts last year. And, of course, star Nolan Bird, who hit .441. As that one is swung through and missed there by Jackie Bitten. So 7 strikeouts now in the ballgame for Chase Johnston, and still putting up that big old goose egg on the scoreboard. The score 5-0 for Maple Mountain after the top of the 5th. We'll get you over here to the bottom of the 5th inning after we have thanked our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17 that make these broadcasts possible. That's Lance Wilson State Farm, Triple T, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Thompson Hunter, Attorneys at Law, Two Jacks Pizza, Clegg Auto, and MVP Sports. Which, if I had to venture a guess as of right now who we will be picking as the MVP Sports MVP of the game, I certainly would think the main front runner would be the Maple Mountain Southpaw Chase Johnston, who has motored through this Mountain Crest Mustangs lineup to the tune of 7 strikeouts through 5 innings, still pitching a shutout and allowing only 3 hits and 2 walks. So certainly has done a phenomenal job on the mound for the Golden Eagles. And the offense doing what it's done pretty much this entire tournament, producing right around 5-6 runs every single ball game. In this case, it's been some RBI hits all around, not just one guy that's kind of taken over the ball game. It's been a little bit of everybody as Dax DeWitt steps up for the Golden Eagles. Heart of the order due up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's going to be another one there in the dirt. Riley Maddox still on the mound here for the Mustangs, trying to potentially get a 5th inning out of their starter. It's going to be a 2-0 count now here to Dax DeWitt. He will foul that one away as the coach gets jeers as the ground ball goes right through his legs. Got to get that hand down, coach, and be able to make that play cleanly. But instead, just gets the ha-has from his boys over there in the dugout. As count now moves to 3-1 to Dax DeWitt. Again, DeWitt, Averett, and Rollins due up here in this inning for the Golden Eagles, hoping to continue to extend this 5-run lead that they've got here in the bottom of the 5th. That one is fouled away, so the count is full to the slugging designated hitter of the Golden Eagles. Hit a monster blast in Thursday night's game against the Desert Hills Thunder, a 3-run home run that hit the very top of the center field fence, which then bounced back into the field of play. He's going to send that one over the third base, and it will be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Little lazy grounder over there to third base. Corralled in nicely by Nathan Rowley. So it'll be cleanup hitter Bennett Averett coming up now for the Golden Eagles. Bloop RBI single in the first inning for him, and a pop up to third base in his last at bat, so 1 for 2 in this one. He's going to get a piece of that one, and it will get a little piece of his foot there for strike 1. Fouls that one away, so count now moves to 0-2. Again, both teams here, Mountain Crest and Maple Mountain, seeking their first victory here at the Desert Hills Atros Incorporated Open. Golden Eagles with losses to Desert Hills and Cedar. Oh, that is a fantastic pitch there for strike 3. Ben Averett just had nothing he could do with that pitch. Just a great curveball there. And also looked like he might not have necessarily realized that he was down 0-2 at that point. That'll be the third strikeout of this ball game for Riley Maddox. And starting things off nicely here against Cooper Rollins with strike 1. Grounder right up the middle and in there for a base hit, as Cooper Rollins will get things going here in the 5th inning for the Golden Eagles. With 2 outs, little slap shot right up the middle. It will bring up Corbin Bailey now for the Golden Eagles. He is 0 for 1 in this ballgame, took a walk in inning number 2 and struck out in the 4th. And that's a curveball that is going to just find its way into the strike zone for strike one, gets that inner part of the plate. It's a great pitch there to start things off on Corbin Bailey. Runner thought about going. This thing is going to be blooped foul as it goes beyond the fence over there. So Corbin Bailey now looking at an 0-2 count. And we are in the bottom of the fifth of this one between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Game number 3 for both teams here in this tournament at Desert Hills High School. Definitely in favor of the Golden Eagles right now with that 5-0 score. Do have a runner over there at first base, that 2-out single by Cooper Rollins. 0-2 pitch coming. And he is going to be up and going, and he's going to be thrown out at second base. A great throw by Tate Rasmussen. That's the second guy he has thrown out in this ball game, and that is going to be the end of the fifth inning. The score still 5-0 Golden Eagles over the Mustangs. We'll get you the sixth inning when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It is the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Mountain Crest Mustangs as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. Inning number 6 of this one, your score 5-0 through 5. A shutout being thrown by Chase Johnston. 7 strikeouts in this ball game, 2 hits and 2 walks allowed in this one. Has just been sensational on the mound. He is getting himself all warmed up here for inning number 6. On the other side of things, Riley Maddock has gotten his way through 5 innings, allowing those 5 runs on 9 hits. And does also have 3 strikeouts in this ball game and a walk. It'll be the top of the order here for the Mustangs to start off the 6th inning. Caden Dieter, followed by Nathan Rowley and J.C. Jones. Johnston will miss with that first pitch. The count is 1-0. Dieter 0 for 1 in this ball game. Led off this game with a walk and was able to advance all the way over to third, but then was thrown out on a beautiful throw by Bennett Averett to end the first inning, being thrown out at home. That one is going to miss inside, so 3 quick balls there to Caden Dieter, 3-0. That one in there for a strike. Good job there by Johnston to reestablish that strike zone. Hopefully can find a way to fight his way back in this at-bat. The count sitting at 3-1. Instead, it will be just off of the glove of Johnston and off of the glove of Bailey. Well hit ball there by Caden Dieter up the middle, and it will go down as a single for him. So leadoff single to start things off in the top of the 6th for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. We'll bring up their star Nathan Rowley to the plate. 1 for 2 in this ball game. Struck out in his first at bat and then hit a single in the 4th inning, but then was thrown out in a rundown. So Dieter at first base. Mustangs trying to get themselves on the scoreboard here against Johnston. It'll be a ball to start things off against Rowley. Count 1-0. It's going to be a little jam shot over there at second. He will make his way back on over to first base and safe. Bennett does make the play, though, on Rowley. It's a little jam shot over there at Bennett for out number 1 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Dieter still over there at first base, and stepping up now is J.C. Jones. 0 for 2 in this ball game. Flew out to right in his first at bat and struck out in his last at bat in the 4th inning.
Come on, JC. Come on, 4.
As good a time as any for the Mountain Crest lineup to wake up as they need to cut into this 5-run lead that Maple Mountain has amassed over the last couple of innings. Again, a big 4th inning for the Golden Eagles that really ignited this ball game for them. RBI hits by Thomas and Bennett, and then Bennett able to score on a balk. There's another pickoff move there, and Dieter will be safe. See what Johnson has to offer him on this 1-0 pitch. It is a curveball that is going to go off of the glove of Thomas, and that will advance Dieter over to second base. A pass ball there puts Dieter in scoring position. Also moves the count to 2-0 on Jones. Seems like Johnston has not been able to get as many first pitch strikes as he was getting earlier in the game. And that one gets lost up high, so count now moves to 3-0. A lot of pitches in this ball game here for Johnston. Has done a pretty good job when he's been on to keep that pitch count low. And that is definitely something that coaching staff will need to be monitoring here as he's pitched so brilliantly, but want to make sure to not overwork him as they make a quick move over there to second base to make sure Dieter doesn't get too big of a lead. Again, 3-0 count here to J.C. Jones in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out here and a 5-run lead for the Golden Eagles over the Mustangs. This at-bat will continue here as the pitch is in there for a strike. Another 3-1 count. So Jones with the man in scoring position. Dieter over there at second base. The throw squirts just a bit away there from Bailey. Will be picked up by Bennett. Porter Budge due up next here for the Mustangs. Cleanup hitter for them. Does have a hit in this ball game. So 3-1 pitch up coming from Johnston. And it is in there for a strike. Great pitch. Count is now full. Has worked his way back in this at bat. Confidently able to pipe in 2 straight strikes here on Jones. It's going to be slapped up the middle. Play made by Bailey. That'll be out number 2 here in the 6th. Does move Dieter over to third. J.C. Jones grounds out to short for out number 2 in the top of the 6th. It does bring up Porter Budge, 1 for 2 in this ball game. Grounded out to first in the 2nd and slapped a single in the 4th. This thing is popped up, and it will be foul down over by that first base fence. So count here is 0-1 to Porter Budge. Tate Rasmussen would be due up here next for the Mustangs. 90 feet away from getting themselves on the scoreboard with Dieter over there at third. And it's going to be another pop-up. This one is getting tracked down by Bennett, and that will be the end of the top of the 6th. 6 shutout innings so far for Chase Johnston, still in cruise control here in this ball game. Maple Mountain still up 5-0 as we head on over to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Sports 17 that make these broadcasts possible. That's Lance Wilson State Farm, Two Jacks Pizza, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter Attorneys at Law, and Clegg Auto. Want to remind you that immediately following this ball game, we've got another ball game for you here on Spanish Fork 17. It will be these same Maple Mountain Golden Eagles in their final matchup here in the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open against the Foothill Falcons from Henderson, Nevada. That game set to start at 11:30 a.m. We want to remind you, of course, that there is time in between the games for field prep, so it will not be immediately after this one. In a sense, they do need 20 to 30 minutes to get the field ready, so gives you time to get yourself ready for the game, be able to make yourself a sandwich, get your lunch all ready to go, and be able to then come back down and plop in front of the TV or your laptop or whatever you're streaming it off of for YouTube purposes, and be able to just enjoy yet another ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. And it will be Riley Maddox still on the mound here for the Mustangs. Has been tagged for 5 runs in his 5 innings so far. Really had been pitching pretty well up until the 4th inning where 3 runs came across. Had a big blast in the 3rd inning by Jackson Hollingshouse and an RBI single by Bennett Averett. But then the wheels came off a little bit there in that 4th with RBI hits by A.J. Thomas and Mike Bennett, and then a balk allowing Bennett to score in that inning. It'll be Bailey now up here for the Golden Eagles, and he will take that one for strike 1, so the count is 1-1 on the Golden Eagles shortstop. Bailey on the game is 0 for 1. Struck out in his last at bat and took a walk in inning number 2 as he watches that one for strike 2. Was technically up in the last inning, but comes back up because Cooper Rollins was thrown out to end the inning. Unable to decide what he wanted to do with that particular pitch. He tries to check his swing, does not check the swing. Even if he didn't, though, that one looked like a strike. Beautiful pitch there by Riley Maddox for strikeout number 4 of the ball game for him. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cooper Siemens now up for the Golden Eagles, who's 2 for 2 in this ball game. Has 2 singles in this one and scored in that 4th inning. He fouls this one away for strike 1. Caleb Chandler on deck for the Golden Eagles. Has a bunt single in this one and a sacrifice bunt. As I said a couple times in this ball game, has just put on a clinic of how to bunt properly in this tournament. Has 4 different bunt singles, and even the outs that have been by bunts have been pretty ones too. That one is going to be taken low. Count moving now to 1-2 on Siemens. A 1-2 pitch. It's a curveball that Siemens will flail at, and it will be sent out into right field. The play made out there by Wyatt Albrecht, and that'll be out number 2 here in the 6th inning. So 2 quick outs here for Riley Maddock, trying to keep his team alive here in this 6th inning. Again, the score 5-0. Golden Eagles over the Mustangs. As Chandler takes a rare swing at a pitch for strike 1. Again, 1 for 2 in this ballgame with that bunt single that we talked about in inning number 2. He will watch that one at eyeball level, so it evens up the count at 1-1. A.J. Thomas would be due up next here for the Golden Eagles, number 9 hitter. Would like to pad the lead a little bit more for them as this one is slapped out into left field. Play will be made by Jackie Bitton, and that will be a quick 6th inning there for the Mustangs. Nice job there by Riley Maddock to calm things down. The score still 5-0 as we head on over to the 7th inning, which we will get to when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning number 7 of this matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Mountain Crest Mustangs. As part of the Desert Hills Ahrefs Incorporated Open here at Desert Hills High School. Beautiful St. George, Utah. The sun was shining a little bit earlier in this game. It has snuck its way back behind the clouds once again, but at least it has started to warm up a little bit here. You'll see the crowd is still kind of all bundled up in their blankets. I'm certainly all bundled up in my jacket trying to stay warm here. Things should warm up here a little bit more in the afternoon as the temperatures should be climbing back up into the high 60s, low 70s. Very excited about that. I've also been very excited about this ball game. The score 5-0, potentially a first win here in the books for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles here at this tournament, and really because of that man right there that you're seeing. Chase Johnston has pitched an absolute beauty here in this ball game. 6 shutout innings so far for the Southpaw for the Golden Eagles. 7 strikeouts in this ballgame. Has only allowed 2 hits and 2 walks in this one, so really just has been absolutely sensational for the Golden Eagles. This thing is popped up by Tate Rasmussen to start things off in the 7th inning. It'll be Rasmussen, Albrecht, and Larson. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Mustangs in the 7th inning. They are going to need 5 runs to keep this game alive, and that is the way to start a 5-run rally with a lead-off single to start things off here for Tate Rasmussen. It's just the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. As again, as I've said, Johnston has been fantastic in this ball game. So Albrecht digs in there, and he will take strike 1 from Johnston. Albrecht 0 for 2 in this ball game, struck out in inning number 2 and flew out to right in the 5th. That one is, all right, does look like it ends up nicking Albrecht there. So first hit by pitch in this ball game, and it does move the runner over to second base. They do have a speed-up runner, Trey Burbank, in for their catcher, Rasmussen. Brings up Porter Larson with runners on first and second. Again, Mustangs needing to claw their way back here in this 7th inning, down by 5 against the Golden Eagles. Currently still a shutout here for Chase Johnston. Really with the first real trouble in this matchup with multiple guys on base. Count here 1-0 to Porter Larson. Yeah, nice job there to keep the runner at second base close. Again, Burbank obviously with some wheels as he's come in to pinch run for Rasmussen. So Burbank at second, Albrecht at first. 1-0 pitch up coming from Johnston is fouled away by Larson, so evens up the count at 1-1. Again, both teams very successful 2021 seasons, finishing second place in their respective classifications here in Utah. Mountain Crest, the 4A runner-up, and Maple Mountain, the 5A runner-up. That one will miss upstairs. The count moves to 2-1 to Porter Larson. So both great programs, both really love their baseball squads. Both teams struggling a little bit in this season as that one is grooved in there for strike. Be right up there at the top part of the zone. Maple Mountain sitting at 2-4 on the season coming into this one. Mountain Crest sitting at 0-4. So both teams on 4-game losing streaks coming into this one, and Johnston freezes up Larson for another strikeout number 8 in this ball game for the Golden Eagles lefty, and it'll be the first out of the inning here in the 7th. Brings up Luke Palmer, who has gone down on strikes in both of his at-bats, once in the 3rd and once in the 5th. Big situation here for the number 8 hitter. He does get just a piece of that one for strike 1. Rasmussen leading things off here in the 7th with a single. Albrecht getting hit by a pitch. So runners on first and second. First real trouble here in this ball game for Chase Johnston. Able to get Larson down on strikes. This thing is hit over to second. Bennett will make the play over there at first. It will advance the runners. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. But nice play there by Bennett to stick with that and get it over to first base. It will be number 9 hitter Jackie Bitten. It's the kind of last hope here for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. They need to keep things rolling here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th, needing to score 5 runs, and that's a great way to do it as he laces that one right down the left field line for a big base hit, a 2-run double by Jackie Bitten, able to finally put the Mountain Crest Mustangs on the scoreboard. So a big 2-run double by Jackie Bitten makes this a 5-2 ball game here at Desert Hills High School. It's been such a great game here for Chase Johnston, but leaves one over the heart of the plate for Jackie Bitten, and he rips it right down the line for that 2-run double. to now we've got a little bit more of a ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. Just a 3-run lead now for the Golden Eagles over the Mustangs. And it's the top of the order back up here for Mountain Crest in Caden Dieter, who's had a decent game at the plate, 1 for 2, had a walk in the first and a single in the sixth. He will swing at that one and even up the count at 1-1. Bitten over there at second base after the 2-run double. In scoring position here for Dieter. He will swing at that one for strike 2. Mountain Crest now down to their last strike. Need Dieter to find a way to get on base in some way. If he can get a base hit and bring in that run, even better. Instead, he will swing through it, and that'll be the end of the ball game. 9th strikeout of the day for Chase Johnston. He's able to slam the door here on the Mustangs. They do get 2 runs across, but the final score for this one, 5-2, Maple Mountain over Mountain Crest. We'll get you a recap of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. The Maple Mountain Golden Eagles able to get their first victory of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open over the Mountain Crest Mustangs on a score of 5-2. A nice, solid victory here for Maple Mountain over a fellow state runner-up. Again, Mountain Crest, the 4A runner-up last year. Maple Mountain, the 5A runner-up. And it's a nice ball game here for the Golden Eagles, able to finally get a combination of offense and defense to be able to secure that victory. Speaking of that, let's talk about our MVP Sports MVP of the game. That would be Chase Johnston for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Was able to pitch a complete game in this one. Had a shutout going all the way through the 6th inning, allowing that 2-run double, though, in the 7th inning. But otherwise, oh, man, an absolutely sensational performance from Chase Johnston, allowing 4 hits, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, those 2 runs, but struck out 9, and again was dominant throughout this entire ball game. Really kept the Mustangs on their heels the entire game. Really just a solid all-around pitching performance for Johnston. So he is our MVP Sports MVP of the game. And the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles set to play another ball game here. They are changing the sides. Obviously, they were the home team in this one. They will be swapping on over to the visiting side for this ball game. It will be up against the Foothill Falcons. That game set to start tentatively at 11:20 is what we are hearing from our PA announcers. Hopefully that will give them that half hour of time to be able to get the field all set up. So our graphic says 11:30. They are shooting for a time of 11:20, so that'll give you time to get yourself all set up, get yourself some lunch, and then get your stream set up. So plan on being back here at 11:20 for that ball game against the Foothill Falcons. Let's put a bow on this one for our crew here at Spanish Fork 17. I'm Andrew LaRose. Maple Mountain Golden Eagles take this one against the Mountain Crest Mustangs 5-2, and we'll see you in about half an hour when the same Golden Eagles will be taking on the Falcons of Foothill. Thank you for joining us here on Spanish Fork 17. We'll catch you later.